These are moments when the best escape attempts were caught on Bodycam. Meet 27-year-old Charles Duane Willems, who, on February 19, 2022, was being followed by an officer who was alerted to the fact that his Chrysler 300 was stolen. Initially unaware that he was being followed, Charles parked at the Franklin River apartment complex, and he and the passenger exited the car, at which point they saw the oncoming officer and immediately ducked back into the vehicle.
Adam 5, contact made. They're fleeing.
Contact made. Fleeing. Left on direction.
They're trying to leave the apartment. Radio. 2 black males. The passenger's going to be a little bit younger. The rear end, rear bumpers coming off the vehicle. Appears to be a rear-wheel drive vehicle. He's having trouble in the snow. He's coming up to 12 mile now. Get on the ground! Don't you move! Don't you move!
While the passenger got on the ground and surrendered, the driver saw an opportunity and hopped right into the front seat of the officer's cruiser, making it his new getaway vehicle.
Have a police car! Have a police car! Vehicle 15, going eastbound on Winchester! Vehicle 15, they have our car! Go! Go! Go!
As the officer fought for control of the vehicle, Charles kicked it into drive and sped forward, dragging the officer with it before he was released. Witnessing officers then took off after him as he sped through the snow and ice to escape.
I got you. My hands up! My hands up! My hands up! My hands up! Hey, that boy kidnapped! He kidnapped!
Officers opened the car door to find that Charles had managed to unlock the department-issued rifle that was secured inside the vehicle and laid it on the passenger seat. Due to the presence of the weapon, 2 officers quickly grabbed onto Charles's arms so he couldn't reach for it and yanked him from the vehicle. Following a brief struggle, he was placed in handcuffs and transported to the local jail where he was booked on 10 charges, including aggravated assault on a police officer, possession of a stolen motor vehicle, and evading. But that wasn't as risky as this next death-defying stunt where the suspect took his chances with a second-story window. On October 18, 2018, 17-year-old Quantrell D. Schwartzlow was pulled from class at Orfordville Parkview High School and transported to the Rock County Sheriff Office to answer some questions concerning a DV incident that occurred on August 1st. On that day, his girlfriend had reportedly gone to the police, stating that during an argument, he'd choked her until she passed out, then essayed her while she was unconscious. Upon arrival at the department, Charles was placed in an interrogation room while officers gathered what they needed for the interview. But Charles had no intention of waiting for them to return.
Just give me a minute.
Unfortunately, the officer's suspicions were correct. Charles had just jumped 12 feet to the ground below and was now sprinting across the parking lot. But his freedom wouldn't last long, as he was found hours later on Yuba Street and rearrested. He was taken directly to the Rock County Jail and booked for charges of second-degree SA, strangulation, suffocation, battery, and a new charge of felony escape. In June of 2019, he was sentenced to 4 years in prison. But upon release in 2023, he almost immediately went back to the same behavior, which resulted in him being arrested again in November of 2024. He was charged with 2 counts of stalking a woman who'd stopped communicating with him after he took her to the scene where he'd strangled his previous girlfriend and told her all about the crime in gruesome detail. As of the date of this video, he remains in custody at the Rock County Jail. Surviving a 2-story fall in handcuffs is pretty unbelievable, but it's not as far as this next suspect was willing to go. And by that, we mean how far he was willing to jump. On a warm day on patrol, an officer immediately stopped his vehicle after observing 2 men on the side of a bridge, one teetering on the edge and the other recording him with his cell phone.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyways. Really? Yeah, okay, here we go. I'm under arrest anyways. No. Alright. Take your hand now. You're pissed off. Pissed on it. Here we go.
It's unclear if the officer pursued the suspect upon making it to the ground, but who cares? That was cool as hell. This next suspect was hoping to make a similarly graceful escape, but it didn't go quite as smoothly as she'd hoped. On July 11th, 2022, police stopped a DoorDash driver who was operating recklessly on a moped and also alleged that the registration on the vehicle was suspended.
Yeah, I got my, title and everything for the bike.
You need a license plate for it, though, so you can use it.
I'm going through it. You can see on the DoorDash stick and everything. I can use the bike for DoorDash. I'm picking up a delivery right now. Yeah, I'm doing delivery right now for DoorDash. It tells you.
You can't have this on the road.
It's a 49.
That's all you come across.
Yeah, it's a 49cc though.
Doesn't matter. If you're using it on the road, you have to have it registered with your state. Do you have any paperwork for it at all?
Yes, I do. I can show you right now. Yes, I can show you right now.
I can see your license.
For over a minute, the suspect scrolled through her phone, appearing to look for her registration, but really she was contemplating her escape plan.
And you have your license as well?
Why? I don't understand. I'm doing Uber Eats. I'm doing a job. She has her license.
You were driving this.
Yeah, but I drive it too.
Yeah, but she was driving too.
But I drive it too.
That has nothing to do with it. She was driving, so we need to see her license because she can't
I'm about to show you my title to the bike, sir.
Right.
I'm just trying to.
I understand, man. But
I don't understand. I'm doing a job right now.
Driver, so since I'm with her, it doesn't that make sense?
No, she was driving. Main question is license registration on the vehicle.
I'm getting away.
Stop fighting! Psycho trying to take my bike! Come on, I'm doing it! I'm not assisting the bike! I'm not assisting the bike! I'm not assisting the bike!
No, you're under arrest! You're under arrest!
I'm not assisting the bike! I'm not assisting!
Keep recording, man.
The camera's over there.
Yo, sister, loosen up. Loosen up.
I am.
Sister,
Yo,
you a hoe,
That's a
dog.
girl, too, by the way. That's a girl, by the way.
Yo, you a hoe.
You got me on
You a hoe. I'm gonna back up. Don't touch me. You scared too? I'm scared. Yeah, you scared too. You scared too.
Though the plan was good, the execution needed some work. Thus, she was caught and transported to the local jail on charges of reckless driving, obstruction, and resisting arrest. She also received summonses for unlicensed vehicle operation, failing to signal, reckless driving, parking on the sidewalk, not wearing a helmet, and operating an unregistered and uninsured vehicle. If only she'd used the element of surprise as well as this next suspect, who really shocked the officer with what some might describe as a miracle.
Hey, ho. The wheelchair dude got up and ran.
On February 16, 2022, police responded to the Magnuson Inn and arrested 41-year-old Joel Sanchez Delgado and 3 others after they broke into a vacant hotel room and refused to leave. Joel was booked into the Pulaski County Jail on several charges, including felony residential burglary, possession of a firearm, and failure to appear. At the time of his arrest, he also had a felony warrant for shooting his 31-year-old girlfriend in the parking lot of a McDonald's the week before, and he was facing felony meth charges he'd acquired during an arrest 7 months prior. 3 weeks after being booked into jail on March 7, 2022, Joel was transported to the courthouse for a routine court appearance, still wheelchair-bound after injuries he sustained during his arrest, which is what made this next part so shocking.
You got probation? Okay. Maybe then your gas is hurt, maybe you can Hey, you see a shoe back there? Where is that? I'm gonna catch you, man. I'm gonna shoot you. I ain't got my radio. Hey, can you call the police for me? Call the police for me. Hey, call the police. Call the police. What way it go? God damn. Hey, bro. Let me, which way you go? Nah, which way you go?
Went straight through the alley and cut that way.
What's your phone? My radio came out.
Hold on. Get on.
Hello? Hey, Huff. The wheelchair dude got up and ran. Yeah. The wheelchair dude. I couldn't catch him here. Teals had pulled off. I can't even remember his name. He on the road.
As Joel ducked through alleyways and around corners, word of the fugitive's escape put the citizens of Little Rock on high alert and prompted the lockdown of East-M's downtown campus. After an anxious 2.5 hours, police announced that they'd finally located Joel 7 miles away on 65th Street, and he was immediately rearrested with a new charge of escape. It must have sucked when he had to go back to court the next day. The next suspect, on the other hand, managed to escape police capture for days before he was finally arrested.
All right, don't let him get closer.
On April 24, 2024, an officer stationed at a hospital watched as 19-year-old Deshaun strolled toward the front door in his underwear. The officer was aware that Deshaun had come into the hospital with police and was supposed to be receiving treatment before being transported to jail. So when he saw Deshaun jog through the front exit, he followed behind and tried to stop him, at which point Deshaun broke into a sprint.
By the hospital, by 155, search travel to 155.
Stop now! No. Stop now! Take it off on the car. Black Chevy Impala going to the front light.
Southbound on Whipple, he's driving without lights on. Speeds 45.
Southbound on Whipple.
Southbound on 6th Ave. Speeds 65. Terminating. I'm terminated at 6th and Lake. He continued.
After getting into a dark vehicle driven by his brother, 18-year-old Keenan, the pair sped off with no headlights on. The officer chose to end the pursuit due to the dangerous nature of the chase, but a short time later, the vehicle was relocated and another officer gave chase.
1080 southbound Fairfax. Speeds currently 65, still southbound Fairfax. Speeds 90, cover still black out.
Coming up on Damon.
So my squad's right here. He's gonna miss it. He's missing it. Not successful, not successful.
Still southbound, careful, still slowing down. Still eastbound, going 93. Keep by the 155. Southbound, over the hills.
The vehicle you see in the distance near the pond's edge is indeed the suspect's car, but he didn't drive to that spot. He actually flew there after going 70 miles per hour over a curb and being flung into the air and crashing onto the ground near the water.
In the pond by Lasker's Jewelers.
Police! Let me see your hand!
Vehicles at gunpoint. There are vehicles in the pond outside Lasker's Jeweler.
157 has left lethal. I'm gonna head up to this building here.
How many do you see? I just see the one. I just see the one.
Hey, vehicles that walk backwards to us. Do it now. You gotta get wet. Don't worry about it.
So just kind of keep your peripheral. I don't see the other guy right now.
We can take him up here. Let's get an arrest team. Keep walking with your hands up. Keep walking. I got hands. Walking. Stop. Turn around. Come over here. Help me with hands. Backwards.
As a K9 officer was making his way to the scene with his dog, a red SUV stopped nearby, and the driver began yelling and cursing at the officer for no discernible reason. Oddly enough, this same red SUV could be seen earlier during the chase, pulling behind an officer who'd pulled over to deploy stop sticks before turning around.
28 headquarters, correct 125, copy at 28. What's your problem? Adam William Young, 2103. Adam William Young, 2103. What are you doing?
Keep walking backwards.
Keep coming, Keenan.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
What are you doing? I can be here.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You don't get to follow our pursuit. You don't get to follow our pursuit. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
My hands seem to my left.
Yep, I got hands right here.
Take over comms.
All right, Keenan, I keep coming to the sound of my voice. Slow steps. Take 2 steps to your left. All right, keep coming. Keep coming.
Are you hurt at all?
Yeah.
What hurts?
My body.
Okay, we're gonna walk over here.
You guys got another guy over there?
157, I have one in custody.
All right, don't let him get closer.
Hey, Mitch, we got him that's been following our pursuit when I was doing spikes.
He's up there.
What hurts, Keenan?
My back, bro. And I don't know what happened.
Scared of a guy with a camera? They hit you? They beat you up?
No. Stop, sir.
Oh, you're in that police, stop.
He's not. I don't think he's in the car.
You get the plate off him. I have a bunch of tickets for him for Deshaun, man.
He literally hopped out of my car, bro, on by Fairfax.
Is he going to Darian's?
No, I was there by like in girls.
Joshua.
Yeah, you guys know who I am. No.
Right now, you're under arrest.
For what?
Stop resisting.
I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
How am I resisting? Don't touch my phone.
I'm gonna give that dude a ticket. When we're all done with this, he doesn't get to follow our pursuit at the same speeds that we are and whip around.
Oh, looks at me.
All right, let's just go ahead and go with the car first.
Okay.
Can't take my phone from me.
You failed to pull over.
I failed to pull over?
You.
I did not feel pull over. You're talking.
So where did he go down?
So
I just don't even see tire tracks. Right here, he went airborne all the way down. There's nothing.
There's no tracks in that.
There's nothing bent here. He didn't even leave tire marks in the sand here.
he just misses that concrete barrier.
He goes right over it.
Yeah, he probably was there.
After refusing to leave the scene, the driver of the red SUV was arrested. Keenan was also taken into custody and transported to jail after it was discovered that he had 3 felony warrants for his arrest. Deshaun, on the other hand, was nowhere to be found and would stay on the run for the next 4 days. But on April 28th, they finally convinced Deshaun's mother to give them the address of residence he'd likely be at. The following day, officers in the area of the suspected residence observed Deshaun driving a vehicle through the neighborhood and parking in an alley.
Block him in. Go, go, go. Block it in now.
He's got it.
There he is. Get car now! Get car now! He sped away with me and I think he's at 83 yards. That's 43. He took off with me in the car.
For the second time, Deshaun managed to evade the officers and speed out of sight. They were able to locate his vehicle a short while later, but only because it had been abandoned, and Deshaun had again disappeared. But the next day, police got another lucky break when they visited the area of another of Deshaun's hideouts and stumbled across his friend Jeremiah, who coincidentally also had a warrant for his arrest.
You got a warrant, bro.
For what?
I don't know what it's for.
For what though?
I don't know what it's for.
Like,
I don't know why you have a warrant. You have a warrant.
like what does it say? It doesn't play.
I don't know what it says. Change behind your back for me, man. You got nothing crazy on you, bro. Don't check. Don't check. Don't check. Just asking. Alright. Where's Deshaun at?
What are you talking? I wonder why I got a warrant here. That's crazy.
I don't know.
This is the first time I just came out here because I know I had.
Alright.
When you missed court date earlier.
You want to? Hey, let me tell you something. You know how I remember you? Once I see somebody once, I remember forever. When Deshaun was running around the parking lot, you said, man, you can't even.
I know, yeah, you know. I'm not saying I don't know. I'm saying
that's
like,
how I remember you. I'm just letting you know. That's how I remember.
No, I'm saying you act like I know where he be at. Like I don't know where he be
at. You know where he's at?
No, I just came back from California. I'm like, I really don't know.
Well, I mean, you were there at the thing, so.
Yeah, stuff at the hospital happened. I wasn't for sure if it was him driving. I heard a car drove into a pond. I'm looking at the news. I'm like,
yeah, dude.
That's just crazy,
man.
Okay.
Just to let you know, man, if we get him in your house, Deshaun, and if we find him there, it could be charged for you too.
Well, I'll let him know that he can't come over no more. He hasn't been over there.
His car was over there last night.
Huh?
His car was at your place last night. So Deshaun's not in there?
Not that I know.
Would you let us go look?
I mean, to be honest, I really want to let you guys go look. Just because my brother's ashes are in there and we have important stuff, and my mom doesn't let me.
On the contrary, Jeremiah's mother readily agreed to let the officers into the apartment after they called and informed her of the situation. Though she was out of town at the time, she was also able to confirm that Deshaun was inside her house because she'd seen him enter through her Ring camera.
Eau Claire Police Department, anybody inside, announce yourselves!
I'm gonna start moving.
These first 2 rooms are clear, by the way. Anybody inside, come to the door right now. Both bedrooms, two closed doors.
Yep, if you go down the hall to the left, we have an open bedroom. I'm checking now.
Anybody in the back bedroom, come out, show your hand. In the bedroom, make yourself known. Person lying in the bed, get out of bed right now and come to the living room with your hands up.
Okay, I got a clear shot of that room.
Okay, go in.
It's an air mattress. I can't see on top of it.
If you don't show yourself, you will get sprayed with pepper spray. Hands! Let me see your hands!
He's intentionally covering himself up.
Deshaun! This is the police department! Come on, hands up now!
Pepperball.
Show his hands! Back towards me! If you do not comply, you will get shot with a pepper ball. Do it now!
Walk in. Pull him out. Pull him back right now before you couple. There's one more guy.
Come out with your hands up! Do it now!
I know, there's just letting you know. Come on here, take a sit down.
Yeah, for 5 minutes.
Just take a seat right here.
Hey.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
do that.
I didn't mean to.
Are they so hot?
Huh?
Are they so hot?
Why are we so hot?
Yeah, like a lot of people.
You're a high-profile guy, Deshaun.
Wrong place, wrong time type of shit. They will go to prison for a long time.
I don't know, man. It's up to the courts.
House assassin, personal.
My key in your hand. I give you permission to turn around and throw that key as far as you can. I'm calling Jeremiah Field. He's not welcome at my house.
So you have a lot of things you deal with in a day as an officer. You can handle. And you're not that big of a rookie, but you should probably just manage, you know. cops. You deal with a lot of people.
Hey, Deshaun, I'm going to read you something quick, okay? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
Thank you. I know my rights. No, thank you.
I'm gonna go ahead and read them anyways.
You don't have to.
I'm going to read them.
You don't have to.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with a lawyer before questioning and to have a lawyer present with you during questioning. You understand your rights? All right.
Who's gonna do the transport?
You want me to do it? Since you already took
I can do it. You mind taking that?
Yep, that's fine.
All right, let's go.
Let's go.
Where are you? They need to take your baby from you. They need to put that baby in CPS. You need your life together.
Unit 20.
Hey, Deshaun. I know you're young and haven't figured things out, but this is no way to go through life. Like you're gonna end up being in prison at 21 years old.
You know what, man? I like when I have a respectful officer. Man, I shouldn't. I mean, at least right before that all happened, man, I started using some stuff I shouldn't be using. I've been acting really crazy.
Just know there's help out there for you, and there's people who care about you.
Deshaun was then transported to the police station for processing before being booked into jail alongside his brother, his friend, and the maniac in the red SUV. Deshaun was charged with first-degree recklessly endangering safety, attempting to flee and elude an officer, and operating a vehicle while his license was revoked. His brother Keenan ironically ended up in more trouble than he did with charges of harboring or aiding a felon, bail jumping, resisting arrest, 2 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety, and 2 counts of attempting to flee or elude an officer. Angry SUV man was charged with obstructing, disorderly conduct, and failing to stop. This next suspect pulled off a smooth disappearance himself, but he didn't need a wingman to pull off his vanishing act.
We got his plate.
On June 11th, 2021, an officer spotted a white Acura driving erratically along Highway 53 and attempted to conduct a traffic stop, but the driver, 29-year-old Tommy Martin, kept driving and initiated a high-speed pursuit.
Where'd it go? See that white car? You see that white car? Where'd it go?
Northbound passing quick trip on Beaver.
Yeah.
Northbound Bainbridge passing quick trip. Adam Lincoln Henry 3476.
Did you see a white car drive by?
Now, southbound Lakeshore Drive, 36 hour block.
back up to Sky Harbor Drive, see if he ducked in one of the businesses over there.
Cars at once, drove through the fence by International Furniture back onto the interstate. Other car.
The fence goes down by International Furniture onto the interstate.
10-4.
Jen, the car is not in the ditch. He must have made it out onto the interstate. Evidence he cut through the median. It looks like he probably continued eastbound on the interstate. Unknown for how long, though.
Officers who were following miles behind Tommy saw him make a right into the parking lot of an International Furniture on Sky Harbor Drive and cut across the baseball field. But when they arrived at the area, his vehicle had vanished, and the officers soon learned why after a look at the scene.
Holy moly. We got his plate. I was even told him motherfucker. You didn't even tell me. Oh, he was. Yeah, shit, yeah. Wow. Unbelievable. Just make a note that we recovered a front license plate at the scene of the accident here, Adam Lincoln Henry 3476.
Tommy had driven his car through a fence and swerved east onto Interstate 90 before speeding out of sight. The officers located the Acura again 3 hours later, but it had been abandoned. Tommy remained on the lam for the next 5 months until November 2021, when officials announced that Tommy had been arrested in Milwaukee County for drug offenses. In January of 2024, he was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison. But if you think 5 months is impressive, you'll be amazed by this next suspect who, even though he didn't escape for as long, managed to escape the cops on 3 separate occasions. On October 15, 2022, officers working patrol outside of a tavern saw 27-year-old Larry Baldwin Jr., a man whom they knew had a suspended license, get into a vehicle and drive away without his headlights on.
And was caught by like 3.
Allie, stop that mule. No lights out on 3rd, it's Larry driving.
3rd and Cameron, Wisconsin, Adam King Frank, 5827. Adam King Frank, 5827. The vehicle's taken off, southbound on 3rd.
The officer chose not to pursue Larry due to unsafe conditions, and he quickly sped out of sight. But police would get their chance to nab him again 4 days when an officer spotted him sitting in a different vehicle that was parked in an alleyway.
Stop! 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 Stop right now! Stop! He's leaving out the alley on 7.
Much like the first time, Larry sped away and the officers just kind of shrugged and went about their night. Another 4 days later, police were called to handle an altercation at a different bar. When an officer arrived, he saw 2 men walking away from the scene, one of whom was Larry.
Arrest me.
What for?
I don't know. Ask the guy who's recording me for no reason.
No. You're standing out in public.
For what though? What are you walking towards him for?
Videos.
What's great? Why are you walking towards him? Like I'm the one who's talking.
Come talk to me for a second. We got a call here at the Old South. Well, you guys yelling at someone and...
I'm not yelling at nobody. I'm not in my business.
Okay. Larry, I gotta talk to you, man.
That's not even my name, bro.
Come over here right now. You're being detained.
What?
You're being detained.
For what?
I gotta talk to you.
For what, bro?
Come here. Come here. Stop, you're gonna get paid. On the ground. That's it. Hey. Get on the ground now. Stop. Stop, Larry. Hey, come on, dude.
Stop!
Hey, dude, stop.
He has nothing to do with the situation. Why are you guys targeting him? Can you answer that for me comfortably? Can any of you answer that? Why are you targeting him?
No,
he does not have. You guys have solved that. He has no warrants. He has nothing. Why the are you guys attacking him? I'm the reason you guys got called because he was recording me.
He has
Okay, nothing to do with that. What the is that? I'm just saying. What the
We have felony charges on him.
For what?
I don't know. Multiple incidents.
What? For what? Can you guys list any felony charges before you attack another
Felony
person?
plea and second-degree reckless.
Okay, now it is.
Safety.
No, answer what? Can you? Okay, please. I'm not trying to be a psycho. I'm just saying. Can you guys please tell me why you attacked that male? For what? That is wrong. That is wrong. Right there.
he's the one that's stalking
just him.
you.
You're looking for
God,
anything else
that is
besides
wrong. God.
Okay. Do we need to talk to Bill or no?
I haven't talked to him yet.
That is sad.
While dealing with the 911 caller, who was pretty pissed about being ignored, police received word that Larry's vehicle had crashed nearby. But when an officer arrived, he found the vehicle abandoned.
Yeah, what happened?
We were in an apartment down there and we heard squealing. We were about to leave to go hiking and we saw this car.
might have been passed out or
So we were like, there might be a medical emergency,
Okay.
and we just walked over there showing.
Yeah, this car just took off from a fight down there at Old Salad, so obviously he crashed into this thing.
Yeah, we just heard the crash.
For the third time in just over a week, Larry had slipped right through the officer's fingers, and this time he remained a ghost for the next month, until November 16th, when the department was notified that Larry had been arrested in Monroe County by the Wisconsin State Police. He was then transported to the La Crosse County Police Department to finally answer for his crimes.
That makes me feel real uncomfortable. What's going on?
You have the right to remain silent. Do you understand these rights if I read them to you? Yes. I need a verbal yes, ma'am.
Wait.
Do you understand these rights if I read them to you?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Having those rights in mind, you wish to answer any questions I may have for you at this time. Okay. Yes. So I need a yes or no on that last question. Having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have right now? This is regarding an investigation with you taken off from some of our officers.
Oh, that's not an investigation. Come on, we talk, man. Put that piece of paper. Talk. What's up?
Okay. Well, having these rights in mind, are you willing to answer any questions I have at this point?
Man, look, I know my law, all that. Who did you guys think I read her phone? It's just like fleeing. Like what do you guys want from me?
Now it sounds like, based on the initial reports, taken off from our officers 3 times that they've tried to talk with you. So
how do you guys know it's me?
And pretty recklessly because multiple officers were able to identify you.
How?
Because they saw you.
So all of these charges, what were you guys' probable cause for trying to come up to the person you saying that's me? What? Like, why? What are you like for real? Like, it's like since I moved back out here, I'm not stupid. I know me and y'all dealt with my dad. I don't sell drugs. Y'all don't have to follow me. You too. I didn't seem to like, why do y'all bother me, bro? Y'all don't have no drugs. Y'all trying to get any little thing just because y'all couldn't get my dad. Don't look at me like the answer, like talk. You ask me questions. I should be able to ask you. You're a public servant. You're an agent, officer. Why y'all keep harassing me?
Well, this is just from the other officers.
Bro, answer my question. Don't you want me to answer yours, bro? Like, come on, we grown as hell.
Okay. All right, listen.
You don't want to answer you a question, bro. You don't want to answer my question back. You're supposed to be a public servant.
It's unclear how he expected to be treated after running from police 3 times, but Larry would just have to deal with those feelings alone in his cell after being charged with obstruction, 2 counts of felony, second-degree recklessly endangering safety, 3 counts of felony fleeing an officer, and 3 counts of bail jumping. While Larry chose the fast and furious route, this next suspect went for the Silence of the Lambs approach and disappeared into a cornfield.
I was trying to stop you.
You were not.
Yes, I was. My lights and sirens.
Get away.
On October 23, 2022, an officer's plate reader alerted him to a passing vehicle that was owned by 29-year-old Ashley Stalsberg, a woman with a suspended license as a result of failing to pay a forfeiture. The officer attempted to pull Ashley over, but she sped off at 130 miles per hour, and the officer chose to end the pursuit after a few moments. But he would come across Ashley's vehicle again just minutes later, sitting in a ditch on the side of the road.
Approximately 100 is still driving through the ditch right now.
10-4, still driving. Wisconsin plate. Adam Lincoln Young, 8527. Adam Lincoln Young, driving through the east ditch right now. Turning eastbound on Hamilton.
Okay, north on DC.
Coming to a stop just north of that intersection. Ten forward, smoking.
Driver, let me see you. Get out of the vehicle. Turn around and face away from me. Put your hands above your head. I'll explain it to you once I get your custody. Raise your hands. Put your hands above your head. Do it now. I tried to stop you in La Crosse County. You were going 100 on 16. Yes, you were. Keep your hands up.
At this point, Ashley refused to engage with the officer further, but she couldn't take off in her vehicle because the front of the car was smoking. So instead, she decided to flee into the cornfield.
Stay out of the car.
No, get away from me. Get away from me. I do not feel safe. I do not have to stay with you. You are not a Monroe County officer.
I was trying to stop you.
You are not.
Yes, I was. My lights and sirens.
Get away from me. Get away from me. You are not a Monroe County
117, she's taken off on me on foot northbound.
Get away from me.
117, she's running through the east ditch. Cornfield right now, I can still hear her north.
You go at.
She's somewhere right back in here.
Okay.
Set up at least like somewhat of a perimeter. Ashley! Just come out towards the sound of my voice.
But the officer knew that wasn't about to happen, so police attempted to locate her using night vision equipment instead. But by the time they'd orchestrated the search, she was no longer in the cornfield. 16 hours later, an officer was on the way to an address associated with Ashley to see if he could locate her when he saw a vehicle go past driven by a woman who looked an awful lot like Ashley, but she attempted to hide her face as she went past. The officer ran the plates of the vehicle and found that it was connected to the same address that was associated with Ashley. With that information, the officer pulled behind the vehicle and conducted a traffic stop.
Hi, Sergeant Oswald from the Sheriff's Office. The reason I'm stopping you is for traveling 63 and a 55. Going 60? Do you know what the speed limit is here? I can't hear you. Do you mind stepping out of the vehicle for me? Step out of the vehicle. What's that? You are stepping out. 9 to 17. You want to head this way?
I do not have to step out of the vehicle.
You do have to step out.
I know my right.
Don't be reaching in your purse. Step out of the vehicle now.
My money in my purse.
Step out.
Come on, really? I'm a little girl. What am I gonna do to you?
Hey, step out. Turn around. Bring in the bag your bags. Do you have anything sharp, needles, knives?
No, nothing like that.
Walk towards this place.
Am I gonna be able to go to treatment tomorrow? Really? Oh my god.
Next time an officer tells you to step out, you do it right away. Before I put pepper spray in
I
your
felt
face.
threatened by you.
Where's your ID at?
I don't man. You already know who the I am.
Who would that be?
You.
Really? What?
I got a female here. I don't want you touching me.
Get a female.
You don't get a female here. Sure. Well, then we'll wait until there's a female, huh?
No, that's not how this works. So I gotta give the warning here.
Right there.
Gotta give the warning that if you go into a jail.
I have nothing on me.
Okay, I'm just giving the warning like I do for everybody. And then if we find anything illegal, any type of contraband, it's a felony. Okay.
I'm
good.
I've been clean for a week.
Good. I'm
But
gonna
I'm
remove your
going to
glasses
treatment
here.
tomorrow. Am I going to La Crosse County or what?
Yep.
Can you at least let my dad know to come get a car and everything?
Do you have a number handy for him or know it offhand? Is there a phone in your car or purse?
Should be in my purse, yeah.
I'll bring it here. Is it okay if we go through it, or just get the number only? I'll do it right in front of you?
No.
Okay. Yep, I'll try a couple times. 1 second here.
Ashley, who clearly wasn't too happy about being caught, was extradited back to the La Crosse County Police Department. There, officers learned that she'd likely fled because she was out on bond for 2 other active cases. And now, she could look forward to facing 2 more felony charges of bail jumping and fleeing and eluding. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one and don't forget to subscribe.